Hello and welcome back to Put to Practice Cooking, as well as Happy Halloween. Today we're going to be making a ectoplasm cupcake. Kind of thought it was a fun idea to make a cupcake where you would bite into it and it would use either blood or ectoplasm. Ectoplasm uses either green stuff that's like in, like, for example, like Slimer or other ghosts and stuff and everything, and blood. But I didn't want to make two sets of cupcakes because that would take forever for all of you guys to watch and everything. So I'm going to doing the blood-based thing in our cocktail for this week. So decided to do it instead. So essentially this is just going to be a lime cupcake. We're going to be making a lime cupcake part. We're going to make a lime curd. It's kind of like almost like a jam kind of thing would be the best way to describe it. And then also a lime buttercream. The only difference from the recipe that you'll see down below is that for the cupcake part, I'm going to dye it black, but the curd and the frosting is going to be dyed green. I just felt it was too much green on green. I thought maybe a black would kind of give it a little bit of a different look on it instead of green on green, especially since I only have one type of green and it was just the same green the entire time. It'd be kind of weird. If I had a darker green, I would maybe be okay with it, but I feel even if I did, I think black would look better. But anyway, so this is going to take probably a little bit. We're just, I guess, just bear with me. So hopefully at the end of it, we'll have it look all creepy and perfect for Halloween. So yeah. Okay, let's get started. All right, so right now we're going to be starting with the cupcake part. Right now I have the oven baking at 350. We're going to let that preheat. First off, what we're doing is putting our 3/4 cup of 3/4 of a stick. Sorry, 3/4 of a stick of butter and our sugar. We're going to cream that together, and then we'll start moving through this tower of ingredients. It's always fun to prep all the ingredients real quick, so you don't just go ahead and get started. But this did take me quite a bit to make it all, so let's hope this effort was all worth it. So let's start with the creaming. All right, so there is our creamed butter. I did kind of mess up at first because make sure it's room temperature. I normally do that, but I guess I was just so eager to get started, I forgot about it. So, but it fixed itself anyway. So next, it's going to be our egg whites. We're going to use the full eggs for the curd once we get to it, but now for this, so just 3 egg whites. I did break a little bit of a yolk in here, but it should be fine. So we're going to pour that right in and mix until it's incorporated. And mix it about medium speed. Well, I believe that probably should be good because we don't want it to be too like foamy, because it's starting to get foamy, so we don't want that. So now we're just going to be adding in the sour cream, milk, juice, zest, the vanilla extract, and then also our coloring all at once. But oh yeah, and also gonna give some coloring to it. I'm gonna do a little bit. If I need more to change the color, then I will. Well, I mean, we got the liquid seems to be all incorporated. The only issue is that it's not really black. I guess it kind of turned out more like an eerie purple, but I guess that kind of still works out for Halloween. I don't think I should probably add any more because, to be honest, it didn't really change the color too much. Just deepen the purple. So I'm just gonna call it a day for that. So next is going to be our dry ingredients. It's going to be our flour, salt, and baking powder. We're going to do this in 2 stages. So, just put one in, mix, put one in, mix. And then we're going to get that at, just put in 2 stages so it's incorporated. Then we'll start put it into our cupcakes. Yeah, so we got like an eerie purple instead, but it's all good. As you saw, I put a little bit more black in there, but didn't really change much. I think I should find something else to do for black, as it really isn't working. I'll remember that for the future. Let's just scrape off all of the good stuff, and we will start putting it into our cupcake wrappers. All right, so here is our muffin tins. It says about a one worth of 12. If I need more, I'll get another pan out and do it, but I'm gonna trust the instructions. We're gonna do this about 3/4 of the way, so just be aware of that. All right, so there is our cupcakes. I will laugh because this kind of reminds me of, if you ever seen that live action Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers as the Cat in the Hat. It reminds me of those cupcakes they made about making them out of anything. So it's kind of gross looking, but I guess now that I'm looking at them, they're a bit more black-like. So hopefully, maybe once they're in the oven, they'll more blacken, I guess. But yeah, so we're going to be putting that into the oven for about 15 to 17 minutes, or until they're toothpick clean, and then we're going to let them cool on the counter, and we'll set them aside for later for our other stuff. I'm going to clean up the bowl and whatnot because we're going to need it for the frosting, but after that we'll go ahead and get started with our lime curd. So yeah, see you in a second. All right, so we are back. We have our curd ingredients, almost all of it. We have our sugar, our salt, our 3 whole eggs, our lemon juice, and our zest, all in there. We're going to be heating it for about 10 to 15 minutes, or until it's thickened. We'll see which one it turns out to be. Afterwards, I'm going to set it aside over here so that it can be off heat, and then we're going to put the butter in as well as our colorant. But since that's going to probably take a bit anyway, let's just show how our cupcakes turned out. They definitely are black, so I guess it just needed to cook through it for it to get more of the color. They do look burnt as heck, so I hope that they're not burnt because that'd be really disappointing. But they are okay for now. They're just cooling down and setting them aside so that they can be done, because this is going to take a bit, and so will the frosting. So yeah, I'm just going to skip ahead to when I'm going to put the butter in, because I feel like this is going to take a god-awful time, or at least I'll skip ahead. I'll jump ahead for when it actually is doing something noticeable. Glad I kind of skipped it, because it was really like it turned from nothing to like a goop kind of stuff. So definitely was needed to have the thing. So now what we're going to do is take this off of heat, and we're going to put in our 3/4 stick of butter, as well as our colorant. Ooh. That should hopefully be good. I'm just going to leave this aside since we're going to already need to do it for our frosting. But yeah, so now we're just going to mix in that butter. Maybe a bit too much, but it's definitely looking creepy and green. I'll make sure to make the frosting a bit lighter, since this is going to be the inside. Okay, I think that's all of the butter all incorporated. So what we're going to be doing now is just pouring it into a bowl and letting it cool. While we're going to let it cool, we're going to move on to the frosting. So all right, so we are back. We have our 2 sticks of butter in here. We're going to soften that up and then put in all of our ingredients, then our flour in stages. So our delicious buttercream frosting. Oh, and this time I did soften it, so it should be more better this time. All right, so next is going to be the zest. All right, time to incorporate. All right, so it's just about ready. So we're going to be slowly putting in our powdered sugar. To be honest, it's a lot, but it's frosting, so it's kind of expected. So yeah, we got 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. We'll just pour this a little bit and half of that, and so on and so forth until we get all incorporated. So there is our frosting. If it comes out too thick, you can mix in a little bit more lime juice, and if it comes too thin somehow, then you can add more powdered sugar. I think I might thin it out a little bit, but I think we're basically done. So what we're going to be doing is getting our putting this in a piping bag, and then we'll get ready to assemble our cupcakes. Before we do that, I'm just going to show you show this at least. So I hollowed out the cupcakes because that's where we're going to put in the lemon curd. I'm going to see if I can like use it as a top thing so I don't waste it. But if worst case, it's just a little bit of a snack I eat for myself. So it's all good as long as it's used. It shouldn't be any of a problem. But yeah, we will go ahead and get this all ready for the assembling stage. So be back. All right, so we are back. So we got our hollowed out, at least partially hollowed out cupcakes. I mean, as I said previously, had all this I kind of pulled out of it. So either I'm just going to eat this and do nothing, or I might put them back in somewhere, but I don't know. So now what we're going to do is pretty okay. I'm going to put a spoon of this until it fills up to the brim. And once we get that, then we're going to put this on top and give it a little swirl of it. And then we're going to put on some of these candy eyeballs to make it more creepy, because I thought it'd be nice to do. And then we'll just enjoy it. So, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's about good. Actually, give me just one quick second. I need to double check something I read on the instructions. Okay, I'm back, and I was correct with what I assumed, so it's all good. So now we're going to top this with some buttercream, and then top it with the eyes afterwards. So if I think I made it too thick or something, I don't know, so it's not coming out the way I do. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to just scoop some of this and then use this as kind of decorate the top. It's not going to be like a typical like cupcake swirl or whatever, but so it should be fine. Essentially, that's what we're going to do for all these, but since it's already taken a bit and whatnot, and probably going to be a lot of trial and error, I won't show you this, so I will just cut back to when we're ready for the taste tests. So yeah, so hello, this is post Egan. I totally forgot with the cupcakes. After you're done making them, you're supposed to put them in the fridge for about like 5 to 10 minutes, I guess, to let the stuff all congeal, I guess, or something. I totally forgot about do that, so I already did my taste test, and I don't want to have to redo it. So just letting you know for it. I will probably eat one later, and I will put it in the description how it differs. But yeah, let's get the taste test. All right, so here is our ectoplasm cupcakes or whatnot. So we got little eyes on it. So give me just 1 second to unpeel it. Yeah, definitely kind of on some of these, I definitely put way too much of the curd in there, but should be okay. All right, so let's take a bite. It'll be very limey. To be honest, I'm just only getting it from the cupcake. It's from the frosting more than anything else. Maybe it wasn't enough. But let me go. Oh, no, I don't. Geez, that curd is strong. Never mind. I just happened to miss the core. Very very limey. I think I was gonna say that the cupcake itself could probably use some more, but because you're eating both the icing and then the frosting and then the cupcake, it balances it all out. Or at least it elevates a bit more. But definitely gotta like lime because that was very strong with the curd. But I still think it's pretty good in my eyes. So hope you have a good rest of your day, and hope your ectoplasm cupcakes are good as mine. Happy Halloween.